Welcome to another episode of Blip Wits Trivia. This episode is all about the hit truTV show Impractical Jokers. Stay tuned for 15 trivia questions about the amazingly successful truTV show, and it stars Sal Vulcano, Murr and Joe, with over 200 episodes and a feature film. Don't forget to subscribe to Blip Wits Trivia for more fun pop culture themed trivia quiz videos about your favorite TV shows, movies, and more. Let's get started. What is the name of the NBC competition where the Tenderlions won first place and $100,000 for their first television show project in 2007, before they were the Impractical Jokers? Is it It's Your Show, America's Got Talent, or Last Comic Standing? It's Your Show. Carson Daly hosted the NBC project It's Your Show in 2007, a web competition video contest series that provided a major break for the Tenderlions, awarding the troupe the top prize of $100,000 for their video submission of the sketch Time Thugs. True or false? Brian Q. Quinn doesn't just read comic books, he's in them. He was once portrayed in an official Marvel Spider-Man comic book. It's true. Q makes an official cameo in the comic book Spider-Man/Deadpool number 12, released in late 2016, where he plays the Salvation Army bell-ringing Santa Claus. He even had to sign a release for his likeness to be used. When Sal and Joe appeared on the sci-fi network show 12 Monkeys, Joe's character had which familiar first name? Benjamin, Larry, Santiago, or Raul? Larry. Sal and Joe appear in a 2017 episode of 12 Monkeys titled Causality, where Sal's character keeps his real name and Joe is credited as Security Officer Larry. Sal also appeared, this time with Murr, in a 2015 episode of the Fox drama Bones, again playing a character with his real first name. The guys met when they were freshmen at Monsignor Farrell High School on Staten Island, before all graduating high school in what year? 1989, 1991, 1994, or 1998? And the answer, 1994. While they performed comedy when they were in high school, the Tenderlions weren't officially formed until 5 years after they graduated, in 1999, after spending a lot of time routinely practicing improv comedy. True or false? Sal and Murr have been known to argue, and this may be due to the two having been roommates in the past, sharing an apartment together when they were younger. It's false. It is true that Sal and Murray butt heads quite frequently, but it's not because they were roommates. They never lived together. Joe and Murr did however share an apartment in Manhattan, which is where the four guys were when they came up with the idea for the show. The guys appeared on a crossover special of The Carbonaro Effect in 2017. Which other truTV original series first featured one of the four Jokers in 2016? Was it Comedy Knockout, Hack My Life, Adam Ruins Everything, or Fameless? Comedy Knockout. Sal Vulcano appears on an episode from Season 1, aptly titled Impractical Eaters. While fans have requested an Adam Ruins Everything crossover with Impractical Jokers, it hasn't happened yet. Although there is a deleted scene of the guys making a joke about it when they saw an Adam Conover look-alike while filming a challenge. Which member of the Tenderlions and Impractical Jokers has a degree in accounting? Sal, Q, Joe, or Murr? It's Joe. Joe Gatto has a degree in accounting from Long Island Post University. Before Impractical Jokers became such a hit show, Joe worked as a salesman at the baby retail store Giggle in Soho. Which Impractical Joker is a distant cousin of Jimmy Fallon? Sal, Q, Joe, or Murr? Q. It was revealed on Impractical Jokers Inside Jokes that Brian Quinn and Jimmy Fallon are distant cousins. Q tweeted in 2017 that he is a third cousin of Jimmy Fallon, although they have never met. True or false? When the idea for the show was pitched, there was a bidding war between truTV and MTV, and MTV wanted to recast the guys if they bought the show. It's actually true. Before the show landed on truTV, the guys came up with the idea, shot the pilot with their iPhones, and shopped it to different networks. MTV was in the final running, but they wanted to recast the show to appeal to a younger audience, and truTV wanted to directly involve the four comedians and allow them to be the executive producers and stars of the show. James Murray is famously afraid of heights, as can be seen in the infamous episode Look Out Below, where he is surprised with a skydiving punishment. Which of these is another one of Murr's known fears? Arachnophobia, fear of spiders; hydrophobia, fear of water; or galeophobia, fear of sharks? Galeophobia, fear of sharks. Murray's fear of sharks is put to the test in the Season 6 episode Paradise Lost, where he has to retrieve his passport from the bottom of a cage surrounded by sharks. Q suffers from arachnophobia, and Sal suffers from the less common ailurophobia, an irrational fear of cats. Which Impractical Joker is also an author, having co-written a science fiction novel? Sal, Q, Joe, or Murr? It's Murr. James Murray and Darren Weymouth wrote a science fiction horror book titled Awakened, released in 2018. While it is written by an Impractical Joker, this book is no joke. It's a horror story about an ancient monster living under the streets of New York City. Which Joker had the idea to punish Murr by having his eyebrows shaved off? Sal, Q, Joe, or Murr? It was Joe. Impractical Jokers Inside Jokes reveals that it was Joe who came up with the idea. Just before the guys left to film the London special, they had Murray's eyebrows shaved off, as well as the rest of the hair on his head. Except for the hair around his bald spot, or bald, as the other Jokers put it. True or false? Joe Gatto made an appearance in the 2018 Sci-Fi Channel movie The Last Sharknado. It's about time. This one is false. While Joe Gatto didn't appear in the movie, James Murray did. He played Eastwood in theoretically the last film of the horror fast comedy sci-fi movie series. Before Impractical Jokers premiered on truTV in 2011, the guys created and shot a pilot for a show with the same general theme and concept, but with which name? Was it Jokers Wild, Next, Mission Uncomfortable, or Staten Island Kings? Mission Uncomfortable. Before Impractical Jokers premiered, the show was initially called Mission Uncomfortable, and you can still find and see rare truTV advertisements for the original pilot under this name. True or false? The comedy troupe The Tenderlions wasn't always comprised of Sal, Joe, Murr, and Q. There are 2 other people that were in the troupe that aren't part of the 4 Impractical Jokers. True. When they first formed, the group consisted of Sal, Murr, Joe, and their friend Mike Boccio. The Tenderloins had a 5th member as well, Gideon Horowitz, until 2001. Q replaced Mike Boccio in 2006, and the group became the gang we know today. Thanks for watching Blip Wits Trivia. How did you do? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to see our other pop culture trivia videos about popular TV shows, movies, and more. Don't forget to subscribe now.